Taskbarhero is a new idle game which rises the Steam charts. More than 500,000 players are playing right now, and you can even sell your items on the market to make some profit with the game. I will show you everything you need to know about your best team, how to build them, how to spend your runes, and how to push through walls so you won't make the same mistakes I did. Let's dive into it. So the first thing you should do when you activate the game, go into your formation tab and activate the priest within Steam. It's a free unlock and it's the single most important thing you will do as a beginner. We will talk about why in a second. Just get it active now. What is your best early game team? Your first goal is to get a full team of 3 characters. We will talk in a second how to do this. The team you want early and also an endgame are Priest, Ranger and Sorcerer. The Priest is your best tank option and also the best support at the same time. Because of this, she is an absolute S tier unit. She holds the front line and increases your team's DPS while tanking. Flat out best character in the game. The Ranger is your main DPS and your second S-class character. She nukes bosses and clears stages at the same time. He is your second must-have and your first choice to go through your early stages. Also, you need her later in late game to progress through certain worlds by building her as your solo character. Your third slot is either the Sorcerer as a free-to-play pick, or you could also go Hunter, but I recommend the Sorcerer because of his flexibility, and we will look at exactly why in a second. So how do you build those characters? Your Priest is your tech. For skills, you absolutely want to take Blessing of Might. This increases the damage of herself and your whole party by 90% when you level this up, so it's insanely good. In early game, you can go with Heal as your second skill, just to heal herself up while tanking, and when you progress a little bit, you can exchange Heal to Sanctuary, because this will heal your whole party and is just a great spell. For her main stats, you want to build her with HP, Life Leech, and attack speed, as well as damage reduction and a little bit of movement speed to get her in front. With this, she will just auto-attack enemies and heal within this time, so she's a great range tank. The Ranger is your main DPS. I like to play her with Rapid Fire as her first spell and Swift Surge as her second spell to increase her attack speed. You could alternatively also use Piercing Arrow instead of Swift Surge if you want some AoE on her, but I like this way here. For stats, you absolutely want to boost her attack damage and her attack speed first, and then you go into movement speed later. A little bit of crit is also nice on her. And the Sorcerer, your free-to-play flex pick, he's genuinely versatile. You can either play him as a support with ice spells to freeze enemies. For example, you use Ice Orb here and combine it with Lightning to do AoE on top of it. So he's a mix of DPS and support. You could also go full DPS on him by using Fireball and Flame Hydra, or Flame Hydra and Meteor Strike. So he absolutely demolishes enemies with AoE, or just build him full support with Snowstorm and Ice Orb, for example, to freeze enemies. Really versatile and cool unit. For stats, you want to go cooldown reduction, attack power and AoE increase on him to support his main role. Okay, let's look into the runes. The runes are where it gets a little bit more complicated, but don't worry, we got this. When you start the game, I suggest you build your economy first. This means you want additional gold. I made a rule of thumb here for what you should max on this tree. I suggest to first go more gold, which is the left side of the tree here, then more experience, which is the left south side here, then more chest, which is the right side here, then more stats, which is the right south side here, and finally more alchemy, which you will find in between those gold and experience rows to increase your cube. If you're offline a lot, you can also go to the northern part here to get those quality of life runes, which increases your experience and gold gain while offline. As an absolute beginner, before you do all of this, your first goal in the game is to get the south row done here. The rune of command increases your hero slot here, so you can increase your party, and you have a second rune of command here, which is a second hero slot, and with rune of awakening, your second skill ability will be unlocked. To progress further in the game, this is your first goal, but it can be a little bit expensive early on, so just go south here, and when you see there is a wall in gold, you can go into your gold making here and can just grind up it a little bit to increase your gold income. At the start, I suggest to you to get the gold on kill once first, which is the Rune of Wealth here, for example, and focus those as flat increases over the percentage increase. The percentage increase will scale up really good later on when you get more gold income from killing enemies, but at the beginning this will get you faster to your goals. At the start you can ignore those gold from Act Boss here and those gold from Stage Boss kills here. I suggest to take the lead ones first. I will tell you in a second what those bosses are. To make it more efficient, I have a strategy to increase my runes. You will see when you invest into your rows, every time you put a point in your last rune here, a new one will pop up. This rune will increase in gold heavy. So you should think about this in blocks or tiers. For example, this first block here is your tier 1 and it costs a certain amount of gold. The first ones are cheap and it gets more expensive. So what you want to do is try to always get one of the last rune slots here, if it's possible with your income, to get your passive bonus running. Afterwards, you try to first get your block done, because normally it's cheaper to do this than to go further, and it will help you to progress more in the game. While you progress more in the game, you get more gold income and you can go to your next block or tier here. You will notice that the next rune slot here will become too expensive for your actual income. For example, it will start to cost 1 million gold. When you see this is the time to go to your next block, which we saw in the rule of thumb, from gold to experience, and you start to invest your experience with the same strategy. Always get the last rune first and then finish off your block, and so on. You can just cycle through this rune system here. Ignore those quality of life runes here, like Rune of Opening, where it's with space and right click. Those are just not worth it. Also, inventory slots are not that important when you're online a lot, because you can just open your stuff by yourself, and stats here will help you when you reach certain walls. So with this updated stats, you might break a wall and will get more gold income, but I will explain you how to go through walls in a second as well. Another great way to make gold in the game is not only by killing monsters and enemies, it's also the cube. We will dive into the cube also in a second, but I will just show you one thing. When you get items you don't need, you can just autofill your alchemy here and make it to gold, and this will increase your gold income by a lot, and you also clear up your inventory, so always make sure to do this. Okay, what are stage bosses and what are act bosses? When you go through a level, you will see this progress bar here. Once you reach this last point, a boss enemy will spawn. This is the stage boss of the certain stage, and when you defeat him, you will progress to the next stage. At the end of a stage, for example here, this is your act boss. You see those acts here. When you progress through your stages, you get to the next act, and at the end of an act, you will find an act boss. You can only summon an act boss with Soulstones. Those Soulstones will drop from chests in-game. They are sorted by their rarity and difficulty. For example, you have the normal one for the normal difficulty mode, Nightmare for the next one, Hell for the next one, Torment for the next difficulty mode. You can see them here. To progress through the next act, you need to defeat the act boss. For example, Act 3 Hell is this one here. We will need a Soulstone Hell to summon him. We do this now, and now we will fight the boss. Those act bosses drop their own chest, which you can see here, an act boss treasure chest, which always has a good item inside. That's why those Soulstones are so valuable. You can also sell those with your Steam trade chip, if you just put them inside like this, and then you can just sell them off. But I will do an own video how to trade stuff on Steam in this game. After you defeated the act boss, you can reach the next act or the next difficulty mode, which would be Torment for me here. Alright, let's talk about the cube. The cube is really important in the game because it will not only increase your gold income as we have seen before, it also allows you to craft gear. For example, in the synthesis tab, you can see a level requirement. Here, the level depends on what item you get and what you can put inside. For example, I'm level 40 to 65 here right now, and I can only put in stuff from those level ranges. As you can see here, you put in all the stuff in the cube. Here I have legendary stuff inside, and when I synthesize this, I will get the next grade for it. So I now get a level 40 combat stuff in immortal grade, because level range is 40 to 65, would have also been 65 here. You can synthesize every kind of rarity, from green to blue, from blue to orange, from orange to red, and from red to Arcana purple. What you can also do is just sell the stuff to gold. This is what I recommend you at the beginning of the game. Just put it here inside and make your stuff to gold. But you can keep the rare drops, because you can also sell them on Steam. So I wouldn't suggest to make those to gold. Either synthesize them to arcana or sell them. You can also synthesize materials. This is this stuff here. We also have decoration and engraving. We will talk about this in a second. But you can also synthesize your stuff to get one of a higher upgrade. For example, when we synthesize all of this here, we will get a Bloodstone Immortal one, higher grade here. You can also do this with your materials. You should do this always in between to clear up your inventory and to get new upgrades. And you can also do this with accessories. I don't have enough to show you this, but you can also upgrade your accessories like this to get higher ones as well. What you can also do is crafting. For example, when we want to craft a weapon here, you need those materials which you have seen here. When you put them inside for the right levels, then you can craft an item from it. With all of the stuff, you will level up your cube to get to higher tiers inside, which you can then unlock with a little bit of gold. What you can also do is decorate an item. For example, when you get better items, you see those items have those decoration and engraving slots as well as inscription slots. You can input anything you have here. For example, a decoration material. If you put it inside here, then press the button, it will go inside the weapon and it will give its own multiplier to the weapon. Same goes for engraving. You can only put engraving material inside it. Same way you would put it here inside and then you can engrave it. And same goes for inscription. What you can also do is removal. If you have put something in a decoration or engraving slot, you can remove those again to make it free from enchantments. For example, I have this purple bow here. I want to remove those gems. You will lose the gems you put inside, but you can only sell those items on the Steam market if they don't have anything on it. You need to remove the enchants on it to make them sellable. Also, they get a 7 days cooldown when you remove the stuff from it. So you need to do this when you want to sell something. Just prepare it every time you can. Let's talk about farming. You will farm a lot in this game. That's basically the reason you play an idle game. And there are certain rules to farming. You want to farm at stages which are 2 level under your current level or over your current level. The reason for this is there are certain maluses you get when you overlevel a certain area. As you can see here, for example, at level 80, if I grind something from level 77, it's 99% experience instead of 100. Same goes for gold, as you can see here. So you always want to grind something from your normal level range. You can also use this really handy tool here, which is from the taskbarhero wiki, which is a farming optimizer. What you can do here is you get the optimized states for experience and gold. You just put in your hero level here, your clear time, for example, let's say 40, and what you can get max. Let's say we can clear this here with a speed of 350, and now it will show you how much experience you get per hour or how much gold you can get per hour and at what level it's optimized. Also, which is the best route here, a really handy tool to optimize your stuff. In game, you can see in this portal area here, what are the actual acts for it, what are the certain stages you need to farm, and what level requirements they have. You can see this all here in game. It will happen that you will get some walls which you just can't get through at the moment. How can you get through those walls? Obviously, this game is all about stats, so you unlock new stats every time you clear a new act. You will get better drops, better equipment, and better level upgrades from the gear by progressing in the game. So it's really important to keep your gear upgraded. Always use decoration slots, always use engraving slots, which are good for your class. Also, of course, the runes I have shown you with the stats will help you a lot if you invest gold into this. This can also help you to overcome some checkpoints. And another great way to progress through walls is to keep your priest alive. You will see that some areas have fire damage, some have chaos damage, some have frost damage. You can optimize your gear for those areas by decorating, for example, gems with chaos resistance inside, like this here, armor decoration effect chaos resistance, or the certain elements to get through it. If your tank dies, probably your whole party will die, so this will also help you to get through certain stages. And sometimes it's just farming because you need more numbers, which you only get when you let the game run through a little bit, or to get a certain decoration drops to upgrade your gear. So this might also help you in some situations. And that's it. I played this game for about 2 weeks now. I really enjoy this game. I'm having so much fun with it and I will keep playing it. I will create new guides for this game, for example, class guides, or for the Steam market, how to optimize your stuff. Make sure to like, subscribe and hype this video for more taskbarhero content in the future.